In this video, I'll show you something that's fairly difficult, and that is how the subjunctive mood is used in a noun clause. Verbs such as these, demand, insist, recommend, suggest, or ask, are used when a person wants something to happen. Something's important. Following these verbs, you might have a noun clause that's in the subjunctive mood. The noun clause will begin with that, and then you'll have a subject, he, and then the verb will be in the simple form, that he do that. I demanded that they return my money. Here is the beginning of the noun clause, starting with that. You don't have to use that, but I think in this case it's a good idea. Here's the subject, and then here's the verb. This is in the subjunctive mood. It's in the simple form. It's not the present tense form, it's the simple form. If you change the subject, let's change it to he. I demanded that he return my money. Notice that this doesn't change. It's still in the simple form. You don't use an S here, he returns. Just he return. The doctor suggested that I lose some weight. Here is a kinder recommendation or demand. And here is the subjunctive mood, that I lose. This is in the simple form. If we change the subject to he or she, this remains, lose. The doctor suggested that she lose some weight. It sounds a little unusual because this is the simple form. It's not the present tense form. You might expect the verb to look like this. I recommend it. Here's the subject. This is the verb, and here is an object. You can replace the object with a noun clause. I recommend, and here begins the noun clause, that you go there. This is the subjunctive mood. The verb is in the simple form. If the subject changes, change you to he, this remains in the simple form. I recommend that he go there. It sounds a little unusual, but it's correct. Most people do this instinctively. They say it and they're not sure why. They put the verb in this form, but it's something that you'll often hear in English. The teacher asks that you be on time. Here, the verb is in the subjunctive. This is in the simple form. Here, it's a little bit more obvious that you're using the simple form. It doesn't matter what the subject is. We can change it to he. The teacher asks that he be on time. The teacher asks that we be on time. The teacher asks that they be on time. In any of these situations, you're still using the verb in the simple form. Notice that the subjunctive is not always necessary after a verb like ask or recommend or demand. You can simply use an object pronoun or an object noun, and then the infinitive the teacher asked us to be on time. The teacher asked that we be on time, or the teacher asked us to be on time. Either one of these is fine. Using the subjunctive does sound a little bit more formal, and it does represent a higher level of skill when you are speaking English. I insist, or I demand, or I ask that you not do that. This can apply to many different situations. Here, the verb is in the simple form. The subjunctive mood is also used after adjectives, such as important, necessary, mandatory, vital, critical. It's important that we finish. It's necessary that we finish. It's mandatory that we finish. Here, the verb is in the simple form. If you want to make it negative, it's important that we not be late. It's necessary that we not be late, maybe mandatory, but you get the idea. There's some level of necessity indicated by the adjective here, and then start with that, and then here we have the subjunctive mood. When there's a military conflict, you'll hear a sentence like this one. It's crucial, or you could say it's vital, or it's absolutely necessary, that they agree. Here's the subjunctive, that they agree on a solution to the problem. It's crucial that they agree on a solution to the problem. In this sentence, after the adjective necessary, you'll notice that this is in the passive voice. Here is the main verb. It's in the form of a past participle, and here is the verb be, which helps to make the passive voice, but it's in the simple form. Instead of saying it's necessary that they are informed, we would instead say it's necessary that they be informed. This is a very common sort of sentence that you'll hear in a situation where something is necessary. Here's another example with the verb pay in the passive voice. It's important that we be paid on time. And you could substitute get for be. Get is often used with pay. It's important that we get paid on time. And remember that you could change this subject to he or she or I. It's important that he get paid on time.